My name is denysyuzhakov. I am glad to see you at our Liberland Railways project. You are on Liberland Railways corporate YouTube channel. This channel is dedicated to corporate relationship between companies, and we are representing our members and representing different investment opportunities to the investors and maybe to the companies connected with our friends, with our companies which are we working with. And today, let us introduce you a new member, a new one in our long list of membership. This is SPAR company. SPAR company is a retailer, international retailer, and a really huge company which we are proud to cooperate with, which we are proud they are member of our corporate railway. And as usual, let's pay attention at my screen. So guys, I've taken this information from their annual report. You know, at the end of or at the beginning of the next year, every company issues reports finishing previous year. So a couple of words of SPAR. You know, initially it's a Dutch multinational franchise that provides branding, supplies, and support services for independently owned and operated food retail stores. So they are operating independently, but controlled with head office. A couple of a little bit of numbers of this retailer is SPAR International B.V. It's a Dutch enterprise. So it operates in 48 countries. In 200, they have 252 distribution centers, more than 13,000 stores, and sales, total sales more than 41 billion euros. 7.5 million square meters retail sales area, and 14.5 million customers per day. Per day, every single day, they have 14 million people which are coming to the stores and make their shopping. It's very impressive. Also, the couple, just a second. A couple of small information about countries. So they have different name and versions. So in Hungary, for example, 17 stores owned by SPAR operate under the name De SPAR. It's also a Dutch name. In Italy, the name is De SPAR. SPAR section is, but the SPAR section is highlighted. In Austria, De SPAR is SPAR in German. They also has Interspar. In Croatia, SPAR and Interspar locations run concurrently. Also, they operate in Middle East. I will tell you a little bit about it. In China, in Ireland, in Russia, Switzerland, Slovenia. Also, they have names SPAR, Eurospar, Interspar, and so on and so forth. Just a couple, a small information of different different countries. For example, in 2015, first supermarket was opened in Oman, in Muscat. In 2017, they opened the first store in Qatar. Also in that year, in 2017, they opened in Saudi Arabia, in Riyadh, and expanding slowly. Maybe in some countries slowly, maybe in some countries faster, but they are operating. In 2017. Ceylon Biscuits Limited in Sri Lanka acquired a license to operate the SPAR brand in Sri Lanka as SPAR Sri Lanka. Also, it was a joint venture with SPAR South Africa because they operating in South Africa. In 2022, SPAR International entered Kazakhstan market, and in 2022, Israel supermarket chain Shufersal announced plans to open SPAR stores in Israel. So you see, they are pretty huge organization, and I'm proposing you to study their business approach and make reasons of investment in this SPAR in this company. You can run, you can as invest to this network and as to buy franchise and run your own store in your company or in your country, or if it is already operating in your country, you can open a store in your city, for example. It's quite interesting. So you can see the history. I will not repeat it because here this division reports us about limited geographical locations of this part. Nevertheless, to understand what company is, just we will look it through on the example of that location. So first of all, SPAR is a wholesale warehousing and distribution business. Through its voluntary trading model, it serves a variety of independently owned store formats. It's also services corporate stores. So, what is SPAR International? It's licenses to 48 member countries globally, headquartered in Netherlands, in Amsterdam, as I told. SPAR held 9 country licenses during 2023, so they have country licenses. So first of all, Southern Africa is Botswana, Mozambique, Namibia, and South Africa of their own. Next country license is Republic of Ireland. Next one is Southwest England, one of 6 SPAR licenses traded in the UK. So in the UK, they're trading in several licenses, but in 2023, statistics shows us Southwest England was or updated or was provided. So also it was provided in Switzerland in country license, in Poland, and joint venture in Sri Lanka. Also, they work as independent retailers. Most SPAR stores are owned and operated by independent retailers. They manage their stores and must adhere to SPAR quality and brand standards. Voluntary trading model it's in South Africa. Retailers can only use the SPAR brand once they sign a membership agreement with SPAR Guild of Southern Africa. Corporate stores. The company acquires stores in strategically important sites. SPAR manages corporate stores until they are sold to independent retailers. So the difference, it's a variety to who runs. Is it the head office running this store, or maybe it could be sold to independent retailers, or maybe resold back or bought back. It's up to this as a management decision. So they use different models how to run their stores. And just a brief overview of network. Let's take a look at this diagram. The SPAR banner in South Africa includes access to other entrepreneurial brands such as Save More, SPAR's emerging market grocery brand, Tops at SPAR, liquor offering pharmacy at SPAR, and Building materials brand, also covered by SPAR. European regions include other retail brands in addition to SPAR brand. Ireland and Switzerland have exposure to hospitality industry, catering to hotels and restaurants through their cash and carry businesses, Value Center and Top CC respectively. The Irish business has been growing its food services business through several successful acquisitions in recent years. Business of the company in Southwest England has a significant independent retailer and corporately owned store portfolio. The joint venture in Sri Lanka with Ceylon Biscuits Ltd stores across various formats. These stores continue to set new standards and benchmarks for food retailers in Sri Lanka. So, you can see brands or logos of the companies in 4 different regions. For example, and I will not repeat them. You can recognize it if you already met them. Just a brief information. The total number of stores in Southern Africa is 2,523. In Ireland, Southwest England, 1,485. In Switzerland, 363. In Poland, is 208. It's fresh statistics from the report of 2023. So just I will not stop at every region they are representing, they are showing. Also, a couple of words about South Africa. They serve the independent and corporate stores through their warehouses, distribution centers, logistics, excellence, and relationships. They're the local custodian of SPAR brand and a range of SPAR affiliated brands promoted through various store formats. In Ireland, they support several well-known convenience brands in addition to SPAR brand. So you can see just Super SPAR is the largest hypermarkets, and Quick SPAR, SPAR faces most hypermarkets and different pharmacies, construction shops, construction stores presented in South African market. This is represented brands which are working in Ireland and Southwest England. Store format offering comprises mostly convenience stores, with Eurospar representing the supermarket format. BWG Foods owns Ireland's largest cash and carry chain, and suppliers SPAR, Eurospar, Mace, Londis, and XL brands. So it's just we will not stop every region, just for you just to estimate their volumes. Switzerland. SPAR Switzerland comprises local neighborhood stores with a wide product range, including the on-the-go convenience format, SPAR Express. The distribution and logistics center in St. Gallen services a range of independent retailers operating under the SPAR, Maxi, and other brands. It also services 51 independent convenience retail brands not owned by SPAR. And Poland. In September 2023, the board decided that it was the best interest of all stakeholders to sell its interest in SPAR Poland. Referred to information in the report in 2023. They provided their decision. SPAR Poland serves consumers in all income groups through SPAR formats. The distribution centers in Poznan and Sielec service independent SPAR retailers in the same way as Switzerland. So, but you can see it's less. You can see less brands that proposed for Switzerland consumers. What about SPAR? For example, they have interesting approach to run their business as they sharing the problems, the issues in different levels. For example, very high level, which could be solved, middle level, and low level, low importance. So, for example, just an example, I'm not to inform you about all the information. For example, teams where SPAR has a high level of control or influence. For example, reputation. SPAR's reputation impacts all stakeholders' interests, so it's high level. Technology, including e-commerce, changes how business operate and consumers purchase. It's very high level. It's a priority. It's just an example. For example, medium level. SPAR and its independent retailers must maintain food safety and quality. It is not high, but it's middle level. Packaging and waste, including food waste, have a material impact on the environment. So they're paying attention. It's just an example. And teams with a low level, cost pressures impact consumers' needs, expectations, and business costs. Business resilience in the context of geographical challenges and strained South African landscape becomes challenging, as an example, and extreme weather events influence supply chains and the way SPAR operates. It's low level problem, but they are also trying to solve that problem. That problems. So let's speak about safeguarding against potential reputational damage. This information is included in the report to understand their business. So that is why it is important. Also, just a brief information. So how do they engage? Across all markets, management teams host employee briefings, providing business updates to keep lines of communication open and inform employees about developments and strategic initiatives. Regional distribution center operators teams engage with retailers to support and grow their businesses. Retailers are invited to SPAR retail conventions and look and learn. The trips to ensure retailers remain aware of top trends. It's independent retailers. As for communities, SPAR invests in community development initiatives to address specific socioeconomic and environmental challenges at group and distribution center levels. Then, for example, if you're speaking about consumers, they ensure the SPAR brand remains visible in local communities, enable high levels of consumer engagement. Their customer care departments across all regions addresses consumers' concerns and provide additional support to the retailers. As for suppliers, engagement includes CEO and management meetings and ongoing supplier reviews and annual revision of trading terms. Purchasing managers engage regularly with suppliers across all markets in ensuring an optimized supply chain and shared understanding of the challenges. And so on and so forth. I will not inform you about all the approach, just to understand their strategy. For example, one of the points of understanding of their business is operational environments. All markets remain competitive during the year, dealing with persistent inflationary pressures in food, fuel, and energy prices. The cost of living challenges have persisted for customers. The real annual wage growth worldwide does not get pace for inflation. In Southern Africa, the ongoing leading has stunned economic growth. Globally, ongoing geopolitical challenges and concerns continue to impact operating environments. So yes, it's less like as a huge organization. They have also huge problems. We'll not stop at problem of each country or each region because is for me this information is for the management. Just speak about trends driving retail operating environments. So you can see here small diagram. While SPAR is predominantly a wholesaler, its performance is driven by success of its stores at retail level and the ability of the retailers to adapt to key trends in the marketplace. McKinsey identified the following key trends characterizing European grocery retail markets in 2023. This resonated strongly with groups' experience in Europe and Southern Africa. So you can see just a diagram. They have their own view of different on the questions. For example, gradual normalization of price and volume. Number one, in 2023, they expect to be a turning point after which volume will stay relatively stable and inflation will gradually normalize. But the SPAR's view, while inflation has come to the peaks from the first half of 2023, the prolonged effects of rising inflation means consumers are spending more or less volumes. SPAR team expects muted volumes growth in the short of medium term. So it's just an example here for different trends. We will not stop at every trend, but you can just see they have own opinion on such issues. Focus on cheaper food throughout private label, on continued margin and cost pressure, race of economies of scale, the quest for profitable online growth, retail media co-profit center, systematic scaling of automation and technology, supply collaboration to solve for sustainability. And just information, maybe it could be used for investors or maybe for the people who would like to purchase their franchise. It's let's say value creating business model. SPAR's operations draw on six capitals. The value creation process requires managing the trade-offs between that capitals. Business model demonstrates how SPAR utilizes the capital inputs across wholesale operations to produce favorable capital inputs and outcomes of stakeholders. So, which are capital inputs at the beginning of the year, of every year? So, first of all, it's financial capital, of course. Then is manufactured capital. There are stores, distribution centers, support offices, logistics fleet, and SPAR and core private label business and private label manufacturers, because they are manufacturing not on their own brand, but to another retailers. Human capital. Let me take a notice to the numbers. So about financials, in equity about 10 billion euros. In long-term borrowings, 7.6 billion euros. Net cash overdraft is 1.9. It's near 2 billion. 4,500 stores, 15 distribution centers, 4 central support offices. As for human capital, more than 10,000 employees. Few percent well is driving culture. Then intellectual. Number 5 is intellectual capital. Internationally recognized brand. You know, I think the majority of who is looking for of us who is looking for to this video, who's watching this video, understand and recognizes that brand. Additional group brands and house brands recognized in local markets. Progress made in preparation for SAP implementation. Wholesale and retail IT infrastructure. SPAR rewards program. Training and leadership programs. It's so-called intellectual capital. And the next one is social and relationship capital. What does it mean? So, it's strong platforms in place for effective stakeholder engagement, including with their shareholders. Strong retailer loyalty in South Africa, Ireland, Southwest England, and Switzerland. Procuring goods and services from hundreds of suppliers across the group. A rural hub program collaborating with small-scale farmers and communities to improve food security, affordability, and nutrition for rural communities in South Africa. And the last one is natural capital. What's natural capital? They use natural capital's input for the products they distribute and sell their properties and water and energy they use in their operations. They aim to become more climate resilient by reducing carbon and water footprints. So, it's as I told you in previous our issues, it's a common trend to save our planet, to save our nature. Especially it's in European companies. I don't know what about Asian or African companies. I know that, for example, in CIS countries, it's not supported. Most is not supported. It's a trend of European companies. The next one, the next item, this point, my point I would like to inform you is why to invest in SPAR. Now let's check segment in suitable slide. For example, if you are interested, if you have some certain amount of money, funds, you can join the company as investor or as an entrepreneur or as an independent entrepreneur, just to run the supermarket or small format shop. So it's also for. So SPAR offers investors exposure to groceries, pharmaceuticals, and building materials wholesale and retail, predominantly driven by strength of entrepreneurial independent retailers at the heart of their communities in South Africa and parts of Europe. In Europe, the group has exposure to corporate retail, cash and carry businesses, and food services. Also, just a brief information. So, improved governance, new leadership, and new competencies. Strong optimized distribution infrastructure combined with a network of exceptional retailers. Leveraging one of the world's largest food retailers brands and growing private label business. Stakeholder inclusive approach towards ESG. A network of quality relationships that support a sustainable food system. Investing now to allow for future fit IT and innovation. So a lot of reasons to join the company. They have also strategic progress in the territories. For example, just an example, as we're speaking about South Africa, is marketing recalibration and customer and format segmentation. If we're speaking about Ireland and Southwest England, is implementation of a new Euro-SPAR strategy. Integration of newly acquired businesses. As far as speaking about Switzerland, it's private label range enhancement and deeper penetration. Complete the restructure of distribution center model to service in Southwest. In Ireland, is built loyal and passionate retailers, drive organic growth at retail. So they have a huge scope of work to cooperate to manage their businesses. And the good news, they're doing it more than 90 years. Let me check. Yeah, for today's 92 years. As they were founded in 1932. So there it's I think I don't know maybe if you remember in which year McDonald's was founded, but I think they're from similar era, from similar period. So such time period shows us they have tested the business model. It shows us they're flexible. The business is flexible, and it became alive after a lot of wars in different parts of the world, and it shows it's their really strong management team. They have a really strong business model. Also, it's very good from their point of view. So guys, this is all for information I wanted to tell you about our member of our corporate railway called SPAR. Also, of course, they have provided not as strange information without numbers. their report of 2023 was more informative about their vectors of their movement, about their plans, what to do, what to be done, and about their philosophy. Nevertheless, I think in this information shows us more, or maybe you, or especially for me, it's more interesting that just to look just numbers, just results of their works of their previous in previous years. So if you have some opinion, you're welcome to leave some comments under this video. And for now, thank you for the watching. Join our channel, subscribe to our channel, not to miss new information about new members and new proposals from our friends, from our partners. Thank you for the watching, and see you later. Bye.